I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover of games. If you've been watching this channel long enough, then you're well aware of just how much time I actually spend playing games. And what's crazier is that I've spent a large portion of my life enjoying games offline. Like, there was a whole period of my life where I played games just exclusively offline, and I didn't even really understand the online world. It was just get game, play game, enjoy game, next game. But as I got older, I've started to become maybe a bit more picky, or nitpicky even, about the things I like and don't like. And I try to like double down on things I like and forget things I don't like. I know it's not very good in terms of like reality, how reality works, but I find myself being annoyed more and more by similar things in different games. And I think I've got a like finite list of my gripes, or you could say hates, about games. And it's not just modern games, this is old games too, but mostly in modern games. I think the reason why I struggle with these things most of all is because the way my mind works. And the more I'm coming to understand myself, is the more I try to make decisions that are best fitting for me as a person. And I think that's something we should all embark on as human beings, like trying to curate our worlds to best suit us and our personalities and our brain makeup, our chemistry. One of the things I've notoriously suffered with for most of my life is anxiety and decision fatigue. I'm one of those people that really struggle to make a decision when presented with too many options, because my brain kind of goes into overload, and then I overthink, and then I procrastinate, and it's a vicious cycle. So I try to make my life as minimal and simplistic as possible. Hence why you often see me wearing a black shirt and a black hat. It reduces decision fatigue. It's not really about branding or anything like that. It's more like, hey, I like these things and I like the way they feel, I like the quality of them, so I wear them consistently. I buy more than one. And I'm finding myself, maybe it's just my old man ways, or maybe it's like latent neurodivergence or whatever, gravitating to similar needs in my media diet too. So I've tried my best to put together a short list of things I really hate about games. I don't truly like hate them, but they annoy me a lot when I'm playing games. So if you've ever joined me on a stream where I'm playing like a superhero game or a Souls-like game or something like that, maybe even something like Cyberpunk, you'll hear me complain to no end about how much I hate skill trees. I hate skill trees. Like, bro, just give me a linear story and unlock the powers at the right chapters. I don't want to have to pick which group of powers or skills I'm gonna have during this game. I don't like that. Again, it's because there's too many choices for someone like me, and then you get FOMO of like, oh, what if I had used my points for this instead of that? And then it's too much to think about. The way modern games are going, more and more of the actual game mechanics are based around the skill trees and what you pick and what you don't pick. In small doses is fine, but then when you get these big massive skill trees that just keep going on and on and on, and like you can create a class that's like this, a class that's like that, a class that's like that, it's too much, and I just get overwhelmed with them. That's one of my biggest gripes. Skill trees can be annoying as well because they go alongside unlockable powers, and usually when you play certain games you can tell that you're nearing the middle or the end of the game just simply by how the mechanics are set up around the skill tree. How much on the skill tree is still left to unlock gives you a pretty good idea of how close you are to completing the game, which can also be a bit of an annoyance. Like, I want to be surprised by the end of the game. I don't want to feel like I'm in a TV formula, like, uh-oh, Ross is about to make a dumb joke, audience is gonna laugh track, end of the show. I don't want to feel like that when I'm playing a game, and skill trees can sometimes do that, produce that effect of, actually, look, there's this to unlock, there's that to unlock, to have this amount of skill points, and it's obvious that it's coming to a close, right? Another thing I hate, which also surrounds like too much options for me, like I don't know, again, maybe it's like a neurodivergent kind of thing. I don't want to be like diminish anyone's experience out there when I say these kinds of things, so I apologize if it comes across that way. That's not my intention. Too much options in menus, menu heavy games. I love Metal Gear Solid 5. That's a menu heavy game. If you don't really pay attention to what's going on in the menu and in the FOB stuff and the development stuff and like all of these things, you miss a whole chunk of the game. Another game that's low-key really menu heavy is Elden Ring. Games like Elden Ring and Cyberpunk also get to me a little bit, and even Dying Light, because they're like Klepto games. Dying Light and Cyberpunk are very Klepto, like they literally tell you in the game, like just go around and just pick stuff up, random things. And sometimes you end up with too much weight, sometimes you end up with too much items, and I'm not that type of person that likes to go through menus and menus of things like, oh, what does this item do? What does that item do? What if I put on these clothes? Like, I can't take that. That annoys me. So I end up usually playing most of these types of games with the base set of armor armors, which is really a dope thing. Like, is a mechanic that my older brother showed me way back in days. Like, bro, the stuff that you start with most of the time can actually get you through the game. They're set up to be like the middle ground between all the different things, right? Which can be good sometimes. And in Souls games as well, we're talking about From Software games, a lot of the lore, L-O-R-E, is in the items in the game. And again, I don't like reading those things. Like, I don't want to read a description on a random item I just picked up randomly. Like, I have no idea. And then for a player like me, I miss whole chunks of the game, like whole important things, because I won't go through all these items, you know, like, and it can be annoying. It's a similar thing in Zelda as well. One thing I've found that I've come to hate more and more as like I play games these days, there's this idea of open worlds and sandboxes, and then there's like linear games. I don't know the right word for linear games, but linear games like start at point A and finish at point Z. That literally takes you through a story, like Metal Gear Solid 4. You're not meant to go off in the world and do your own thing. The only place you can really do that is like the Afghan era, but that's a whole other conversation. What I really hate is games that pretend to be sandbox games but are really linear games. Games like Jedi Fallen Order. I hate that map. I hate that map so much. I can't even begin to tell you how much I hate that map. And I really want to enjoy the game, but the way the map's set up is annoying, because really and truly, it's levels. They're like, oh yeah, get in the plane and go to another planet. This is crazy, you could explore a whole galaxy. No, not really. What it actually is a level selector. It's like, you're just gonna send me back to the same level and look at it from a different point of view kind of thing. God of War is kind of like that as well, but at least God of War's map is a lot bigger. You got to give it to them in Ragnarok as well. Speaking of annoying menus, God of War menus and the armors and the upgrades, like, dude, like, do you know what I mean? For me, it's overwhelming. Now, obviously, this is something that's maybe only annoying to me, and everyone else is like, I love customization. I absolutely want to make the game play my way and look the way I want it to play, right? Which is all good. But for me, it's too much. In-game purchases, pay-to-win games. I hate that. Like, Call of Duty's become that, Fortnite's become that, various other games have become that. It's like, oh yeah, look, I'm gonna use this thing I've just seen, right? But you have to pay for this sword, you have to pay for this skin, you have to pay for this level. Unnecessary DLCs that cost the same amount as a game. Why should I buy an add-on to this game when I could just buy a new game and have a whole different experience? Like, why should I? And the annoying part is, like, some games are so massive that the DLCs are almost like their own thing, so it brings a whole new audience in, and like, oh, have you played this? Like the Elden Ring DLC, have you played this? The Cyberpunk DLC, oh, have you played this? Like, no, I haven't played it, and I'm probably not gonna. You know why? Because I bought the base game. I bought the base game and I played the base game thoroughly more than one time. Why should I buy a DLC that's almost the cost of another game? No, not doing it. In-game purchases piss me off. But I understand why they exist. People want more content. Easiest way to do that is to throw it in a store. And also, you got like, one of the cool things is, like, I know this isn't supposed to be like a middle ground conversation. When devs haven't finished the game properly, or they didn't have the funding to flesh it out completely, they needed to release it to market, make some money, and then add stuff to it, like an updates. That is cool. That is really cool, because like, you understand how the business is. They need to make money in order to make the game, so fine, hands up for that, I understand. But still, man, if it's like that too often, just finish the game before you put it out. Things like Grand Theft Auto. Think about how long Rockstar have been stringing people along in Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption Online. It's his own game at this point. Like, what the hell is the point? In-game advertising. I don't know what it is. Ever since I was a kid, I've always felt cringe when I see real life brands in media. It annoys the hell out of me. I'm one of those people that grew up being taught, change the channel when there's adverts, or don't watch the adverts. Try to ignore advertising and marketing as much as you can. Now, of course, no one is impervious to propaganda and advertising, because it works on you psychologically. If it don't get you, it'll get your friend, and your friend will get you, right? That's just kind of the way it works. But it annoys me. I can clearly see the manipulation from corporates in games. It's like, bro, this is our enjoyment time, right? Stop trying to get us to buy stuff that's outside of the arena that we're actually participating in right now. Now, I understand it's a money thing and it's like a sponsorship thing for people in games that develop games. I get it sometimes, but it can be annoying. Why does Miles Morales have Adidas trainers on? What was the point? Like, you could just give him some generic trainers, you know? Now that I start thinking about it, there's really so many things that annoy me about games. I don't want to make this video too long, so maybe I'll make another list of more things that annoy me about games. Maybe it's just a phase that these things annoy me, but they really do annoy me. It doesn't mean I want to see these things removed from games, because I don't. I really don't want to see them removed from games. Like, but I would like to see it made more accessible. A way that menus are easier to understand. You don't have to read too much. You don't have to scroll through too many items. There's clear limits and boundaries. Or maybe just clearer tutorials that show you exactly what you need to do when and where. Again, They probably are, and I'm that type of guy that doesn't listen to the tutorial, doesn't read the instructions, and just goes and then complains later. Probably, that is probably the case. But hey, if there's anything you think I missed, please let me know. Drop a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button for the next video. Check out our past videos. I got a lot of content surrounding the culture because this channel is about the culture. And if you want to debate me about anything that I dislike and you think I'm wrong for it, bring it on, right? The comments are open. The live stream's there for you to talk about it if you want to talk about it. Come and see me and we'll see who is right. Nah, joking. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all of you sincerely and enjoy the rest of your day.